na dia de krawi hey hey efise wo ura wo sum no no odo na ukura na japadi eti wo sum nyame ana wo bronsam minu ya we ya sem bi sama o jini ho minu ya ba sure mi enu to mi to jini ho minu ya ba ma abrabo finu to mi to kwa e putu sem ni e wa sutie mami bi ni ba na tu kwa eno kodru so bi anu e ne twa se o twansu na ansa na wadu baby ya wo hey na mami no kura siro mi eno woni sam wa ire sika no modimpa wase wan fam modinto man wan sha na ni sika no ira wenti wa sha akwantu na sinu ana ne bakitu ayi hun se mami kura ni sana modin wenti wa kachira ni mami no se yeah wa o mi e betu mi aka jessica na so mi sana mutu no mami if you say so you ansha na matia kensu yimu sure mi enu to me to me yeah mu mami sure mi enu to me to me mami no kachira de banse de ba ene e woni mu de e wo kache sure mi enu ida makuma sofa oso ani mi bewu amini ni bewu e ba sure mi enu we de daika binye mu no no me jai mu china wakana sabe afewo konka cry so ani 50 obi e hu de e baye mami no petri se oti atensi oni mu anka ni kisa mu ni se ndu ye kuma bi si mami sima jai sure mi riu sabako asodi animo adini sabako asodi banim sani ebe ya obenya wonko mami kura sure mi ri musa emensu fa mami abofere kuma ni huru nyansa odini sami eno sodi anu
Mema Obia Akwaba Edeba Rescue the Person Hour.
Ono dia ni hu amasendia onyani kwa baby ebura wo koyi mami na mumfi
Sorry o time na nongotwe abo apa honsima edua 9 ensia akabe se 14 minutes na 9 abo It said ye yedim se na wotwe yesua de atro mu no Yesan eba bisuya ade baako na enura no make say ene ye behwe enkonta na ewo Revelation 13 no mu no It is a wadwon ne abomodian say obefa pen no paper ene o notebook and say Bible account na yetumi ayesa ba calculations ye free o Mami Eva Memo Akwaba, Mercy Akwaba, Mami Charity Akwaba. Ademu, how are you doing? Kenvi Royal is here. Mami Charity in Soha. Vera Ousua Mankwawa. Vera, who is a free from MC Pep, but more than a friend, my wife. Vera Usu, me free from Musipe, but more than a friend. Rosemont Yabua and so Ewaha. Mejidi say Emuayena ebaye for papaya or so you D for Obeto Bombi. I believe saying in a yati and wase. Facebook dear Yabawa a nipa bebre ewo Facebook esin YouTube. Enti mesre se unya baya na wabomodin ashe feed no ediato all timeline so just to click on somebody's attention to join the lesson. Enti message biya ebeba biya no the first thing na obe ni se unsakan ya o like ya no wa share edi ama unua no. Umaye muobo ya ho ano emfanko so ahini. We owe it a duty to our friends and comrades. obi ni nam Facebook and say hu nko an odi obawa and say hu pictures and hu hia videos and hu hia nko an obehwe. But I'm sure if you start sharing some of these messages with them, na ye jai adwuma no de se hu kronkron sa obefa wona montu no so e de aboa se nipa no eti bomodia na ye ne sa efa mai why senene dai di kan ya wo hwe mia idiane osofo ben. Now, and then we are looking at the 1260-year reign of the beast. Inti additional when yenche medikai are taking more of your time. So from 4 p.m. the BC Sabrino, the channels have been active. Inti I don't want to take more of your time. The baby additional we enche bia enchi bomodia relax it. We yo ira no invite you kun se omra na so for na ompe na sem na ba. Wives ni bi otu we ka chances so mi kun di ompe wasem kura. Den na ni kunu isi ameda na ompe masem. Boni be na me dia yi ni kunu. Se wati asem bia anye ne de. We drum like kokokokokoko. Okunu enwa mela ewai edura enyo ene sayare ti emma ubunfu me menu ni problem bia oyire epese wonsu nya dan kwane bi enti na amana bane sa no all right, yeah, be bompa ye na mami vasre enukre ye be bompa ye na yase ya disu ye na se mema ni bibiri womu mpemasem bekai mame ba ko efre me ozisofo oni akwasi ye wade se miku timu de na bibi ya ye no na ni bu afu Ana buza se na mini agosi ewu abone be na ede aye na oti edi ani buofu o se wu kra de wo tese wu agosi ewu ade nke ka wu kra de ompe onim kra hwe oba na obetu se wu ni da TV ni so a asem mema take it easy why I am not taking your wife away from you. I'm only helping her to make it to heaven. It is also you have to join your wife because I'm telling you, or turn out the time will not stop me from saying what I have to say. Hating me will not add up or take away from my life. It is better for you to stop hating me and disliking me unnecessarily. Remo so try so be me kakra na will be following semna maker now. I'm sure you're going to like me. And to take time to follow me and then you will like me. Don't stand far away and persecute me or hate me for nothing. Alright, ye mompa ye na yense yadisu yanase. Yeda wase otumfu nyankopon. Ye ne adoya ode ayeyen. Ye koswa na yesu yadie. Brane be chere yen. Boya dwemu ewu Yesu Kristo de munti. Amen. Ene enyumre adisua no mepese ye taking no very very cool. Nse na nsen ene ma na yesua ni nyina no ase aya na ni brewum kakra because we are sene ko na we ye no se one man ne so a aya na nkofo bi pese omubu nkan fa so enti enyumre adisua ni sense enkoncha wo munti no ye bepese ye be kono very smooth na obia etumi atiase kama ebra ye kenkan erade asem no ye hu se Abuanwa Revelation chapter number. The Bible will cry in just a minute. Memfa Bible no na yentuaso.
Sana watu baby ya wofu. Hey, na mami nukura siro mienu wani sam. Wa irisi kanu mudimpa, wasi wamfamu mudintumanu. Wanshana nisikanu wa ira. Winti washa akwentu yunasinu, ena nibaki tuwa yunse. Mami nukura nisanu mudim. Winti wakachura ni mami nuse. Yeah, waomie. Bebe tumianke Jessica. Some insane mutu no mami. If you say so, you're I'm sure na mati atensu yimu. Sure mi enu to me to me kan. Yai mu mami. Sure mi enu to me to me kan. Mami no kachura ni.
All right. You say abuana na ye kan ho asem no. Chirono ka se ode abosome aduanan mienu na ebidi atai onyankopon ahotefo no so na waka abususem ade akire etia onyankopon ye osurusuru ni no enti yepese yekohwe enkonta no se ne esitie na free sabreak we say yeba enkom shemu a onso watumi aye calculation no ama edimu enti yanko Revelation chapter number 13 baby enra isu ade no na ye verify ensemu a oka ewo ho na fei yenye a little bit of mass enumering. Ihia se yebehu sanema we nyina esan se etoda bia enkofu bitumi kan sembi na ase yadwini maye kinsene. So can Revelation chapter number 13 verse number 5 noa. Mama yenken kan asemoa ewo ho. Revelation chapter number 13 verse the number 5 no. Ebusafo pacha obi atimenka very clear mami hu Revelation chapter number 13 verse number 5 ose na woma no ano a odeka ensem akese ene ebususem na woma no kwan abosome aduanan mienu woma no kwan abosome aduanan mienu 42 months. I wish RY will put the English there very quickly. Na obue na no ka ebususem etia onyankopon. Se obeka ni din ene ne ntomadan ene won a wotete osoro ho ebususem. Na wo ma no kwan se ontu ahotewfo so sa. Na onni won so enkunim. Na omano emusuyeku ni enkrofo ne kasa ahodo ene aman nyina sotumi na wonga when free wiase asahye when free wiase asehye antwe wondin adwama a wokum no enwomanimu na chese he was given a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies and he was given authority to continue for 42 months. So 42 months no edru baby no Bible no emma direct quotation and I want us to go and do a calculation. Say we study the whole of the Bible no this particular 1260 years are na aboano edi be persecute ahoteofo no where yenkom se abemu nti no se yenkom se abemu yi na yehwe ahini no ka no wasem Roman ahini so what you say na sa Roman ahini womo ena yewo Yesu Kristo eto womo esre so na nura se ne yesisua ade no yehu se ayahini wi ena o persecute your friend is saying just a minute. Sorry, I needed to get something fixed. Enti eneno ye hwe Saa 42 months no a oka no Revelation 13 verse 5 no. Epese yehu na yetumi ebu enkonta no. Enti so here this the whole of the Bible no a, there are 7 verses that mention about the 1260 year reign. That's a period for which the beast was going to persecute the saints or the apostles of Jesus Christ. And it is very evident, say, sir, 1260 years, you know, it is exactly the number of years our didi say Jumano, ewo Roman for address. In all the scriptures that talk about, there are 7 verses that really talk about this 1260 years. Note them down. Revelation 13:5 eka bako. 11 verse 2, Revelation 11 verse 2 so kan bako. Daniel 7:25 eka bako. Revelation 12:14 eka bako. Revelation 11 verse 3 enso eka bako. Revelation 12 verse 6 enso kan bako. And Daniel 12 verse 7 enso eka bako. Inti there are 7 verses in the Bible ekasafa sa 1260 years no. Na sene be ya ye nyina betumi asese ne hu emfie no. Inti ena ye ba be ye sa adesua we. Yenche kura na yewi akwaji ya home. Isan se nyame yadmo a otena de no eye very loaded. It Revelation 13 verse 5 no. Yakenka ye no ose na oma sa abwei abosome aduanan mienu 42 months. Now say your man of 42 months and the question is, how do we arrive at the 1260 years? How that adding in a Bible ne say your man 1260 years say on fa en sorintia unyankopon akronkronfo na on kasentia unyame. That's a lot of years. And if you look at 1260 years, now Revelation 13:5 and so say 42 months no and a nanti asienim it yemra and tiasenye den emrem. According to 1 Kings 4 verse 7 no, Ebra Yesunya the ancient biblical calendar ni who say afimunu ye wobosome mako 12. So what you say? Your 12 months in a year. 1 Kings 4 verse 7 echraying. And 1 Chronicles 27 verse number 15 27 verse 1 to 15 and so confirm we say we have 12 months in a year. It is a 12 months in a year dear. Now just say every year beyond we're going to have how do we call it 12 months. So therefore 42 months will be answering ebema how many months? Ebe se me demo chase ye nkonta no kopem se ye bewi na tumi aka otrim. According to 1 Kings 4 verse 7 no, afie bia no ye wo abosome mako dumienu. Inti 42 months no ye benya emfia hen ene wom obi ansese mame. And now this year they will no spoon feed you. Eti me ma just na wa ye calculation no na etumi aka otrim. It will be answer mame say afie bia na 12 months the woman and 42 months ebema how many years? Still waiting for the answers. 4 years, I doubt. Oh, I'm going to have Vuniana. Ye, I do grace. R.Y. Kwame Yuki, Munyina Moha. Mami Vanzoha. Let me check those that are here. Mami Vawaha. My Auntie Vera Zoha. I Fatima Zoha. Monyan konta na mami because and this you know me pese me spoon feed mokra. Okay, or see me repeat the question no. Revelation 13:5 mention 42 months. But yen nyina nso nim say 1260 years any de ma aboa we that means the Roman Empire. It from time on be dear na Yesu Christo we after the death of Christ until when the papacy nidumedi nyina eba formua when crowd that power to rule the entire world 1260 years and they persecuted the Christians. So what you see. But Revelation 13:5 now in 42 months. And Amibusa say, according to 1 Kings 4:7, any 1 Chronicles 27:1-15, every year has 12 months in it. Therefore, 42 months, ebema in how many years? All right, I have a correct answer. Ebema in 3.5 years. Say every year bia carry 12 months. Net say 3 years 36 years. It's ebeka 6 months out of the 42. And 6 months is half a year. It's yebenya 3 years 6 months. That is 3.5 years. Okay. Sisi ayenya 3.5 years for 2 trim. Bra Revelation 11:2. Monfa ento mame. Revelation chapter number 11:2 making kind or say na ediwo a asore dan no na ediwo a ewo asore dan no ho de jato ho na ensusu ifri se ode ama amanaman mufuo na wobetietia kro kronkron no so abosome aduanan mienu obetietia kro kronkron no so abosome aduanan mienu. Let's say the repetition of the 42 months about Revelation 11:2. Into your honso no 3.5 years. Okay, bra. Daniel chapter number 7 verse number 25. Daniel chapter number 7 verse number 25. On also say na obekeka ensem etia de owo osorosoro no na obeha osorosoro ni no akronkronfo na obebo ne chirim se obedane emre ene emra na ode won besa ne nsa emfie miensa ene fa. On say Daniel 7:25 nso aka se or the one person insa emfie miensa ene efa. That is say oba English no arwa. I want you to load Daniel 7:25 because you see some expression be ewo when you see 3.5 years no Bible na ye calculation dey ato da. But say you see no there is a prophetic language I need to have into arwa. If you can put it there na ye revise it. You can go pick up some few things from Ezekiel. Very good. I'm reading from the New King James Version. Daniel 7:25. He shall speak pompous words against the Most High, shall persecute the saints of the Most High, and shall intend to change times and the law. Then the saints shall be given into his hand. Now I want you to take note of the last sentence in verse 25. Then the saints shall be given into his hand for a time and times and half a time. Check it. Then the saints shall be given into his hand for a time and times and half a time. Emre fa. Sa prophetic language we say to me hunu what the Bible meant by time, times and half a time. The same 3.5 years. But how do we prove from biblical point say this a time and times and half a time no 3.5 years. And no na me pese between yina adwin sisu. So Daniel 7:25 recorded time, times and half a time, which is the same as the 3.5 years. But let us go and prove from the Bible. Yama Bible na enkasama no. Etiyenko odifo Ezekiel ngoma no etia eye da biyeni kanko eye Daniel. Daniel chapter number 4 verse number 25. Brother Daniel chapter number 4 verse number 25. Verse number 25. Obiamra honum nafi yankoshe adie. So alright, ubetumi the English no ato very quickly amaya na yankenkan emfa emfiri ho. Enwumra disua de enya de a emu odin kora nchi no. Yewie nkonta no ne kekese animu a obete asie. Obetu wo afri enipem na woni iwramu mua atena Nebukadnezar semu ne yekan. Na woni iwramu mua atena na wamawawe iwura se anantwi na osoro bosuo afo na emfie so atwa wotiri so akosi se wobehunu se osurusuru ni no di enipa ahenie sutumi na odima obiara ope. Let me read from the English. We want to do a simple calculation. And they shall drive you from men. Your dwelling shall be in the beasts of the field. And they shall make you eat grass like the oxen. They shall wet you with the dew of heaven. And 7 times shall pass over you. I want you to take note. And 7 times shall pass over you, till you know that the Most High rules in the kingdom of men and gives it to whomever he chooses. The emphasis is on and 7 times shall pass over you. In the prophetic language, anytime you hear of a time, it refers to 1 literal year. So 7 times shall pass over you means 7 years. Anytime you hear the Bible say time and times and half a time, let us say or repeat bibi or ka emfie dodo bi ho asem. Eti a time no eye 1 literal year. 7 times la wunu Daniel 4:25 no echere 7 years. It is here back to Daniel chapter number 7 verse 25 na oyusu a time, times and half a time. Said the odinya 3.5 times noa. Echere se a 3.5 years. Let us say these verses are talking about the same thing. And to be honest with you, the same power a persecute God's people and a trono ekan wasem. Now, 1 month is equal to 30 days according to the Bible. So the whole of the year, no, you were 360 days. We don't have 365 days. Nyame calendar no, and yet 365. Every month has 30 days in it. The ebi 28. Na leap year abeye 29. Na ebi abeye 30. Na ebi abeye 31 no. Eye Roman for the years ade no. Ejina na enu ameka chem say 31st in ye enkonta ni wi a 31st no. The hu bebe asem. Ejudi amoma yenye enkonta ni wi. Now Yamra Ezekiel 4 verse 6. Enkomhye mu no. Yehwe calculation bi a oye wo Ezekiel 4 verse 6. Na wuwie yi no mu a sanda won finifa so a Yuda fie emumuye adaduanan mede afe baaku biara ebeye mede afe baaku biara mayewo edakro mede afe baaku biara mayewo edakro. Ezekiel chapter number RY. Okay, feed no meme hana ye di kan ja mo mo receiving and intina say delay bem no. Okay. Ezekiel chapter number 4, waiting for the English version. But taking the tree again, or say na wo wie ye no mo asanda won finifa so eso ayu da fie mu ye adaduanan. Me de afe baako biara mayew eda ekro. It reads, and when you have completed them, lie again on your right side. Then you shall bear the iniquity of the house of Judah for 40 days. I have laid on you a day for each year. Each year ba enkomhye mu a prophetic language mu a oti 1 day a 1 year. Eti na Bible no ye kan echi no say dakro eye emfie apem ewo nyankopon anim. But in this prophetic language, you know, wamaye 1 day as a year. So I think I say, if you put this in your mind, 1 day is equal to 1 year, and then 1 month is equal to 30 days. So if 1 year is equal to 1 day, then obviously 1 day is equal to 1 year. Let us do another confirmation in Numbers chapter number 14, verse number 34. Numbers 14, verse number 34. Buzi huma etoso and no itia eye edunai ni chichemu a eye eduasa and 9. Numbers 14 verse number 34. It reads, and na a mode kosra asase no dodo a isi ededianan no mu ena monsoa mo emumuye no emfrisia eduanan dakro enye afe na mawunu me po a mapomo no dakro enye mo afe. It's both Numbers 14:34 and Ezekiel 4 verse 6 confirm say 1 day is equal to how do we call it 1 year. Okay, it is a 1 day, a 1 year dia na afe betumi aye enkonta no. 1 month is 30 days and 12 months will give us how many number of days? Sisi anomayin. Sisi ani ehunu say afe 1 day is equal to 1 year. All right, and then in 1 day we have 1 month we have 30 days. So first, in order to know the number of months, the number of days in a month, no, in a year, no, let us do this calculation. Se bosome baaku bia 30 days bosome mako du mienu ebema yen how many days? That mean afin ebema how many days? Obi anye sankonta no mame. if 1 month is equal to 30 days, how many days are we going to have in a year? Obianye sankonta no mame. Bosome ba ko ye wo enna aduasa ne wo mu a ene na afe no enna he ene wo mu. All right, inchi 360 days. Sisiano 360 days and a war bosome a war afeba kum. So what in common I say? It is yet to me 360 days e war afeba kumwa. Me pacho calculate 3.5 years ni hun the number of days are a womb. Afimunu yenya 360 days in a womb. Inchi sansesin 3.5 years. How many days in a womb? I say with your macho, because so train answer no. Afeba kono manya 360 days in the womb. Eti enfie miensa ne fa no how many days in the womb? Faith Fati Ademu or say 900 what? Okay, Sandra Dako enya 1260 days. R1 so enya 1260. Mami Evans wenya 1260 days. Very good. Afei yemra a form na additional ye monitor fa. In Revelation 13 verse 5, Bible ne say, aboa na obesori etia nyankopon akronkronfo no yebema no abosome maako aduanan mienu ene yehu se afie bia no bosome 12 ene wom edise yebema no 42 months dia ena na ye 3.5 years eno de burden ebe persecute the saints of God. Okay, ene yasa breaking it down ababe hunu say nyankopon sisi yemu no Ezekiel 4:6, Numbers 14:34. Or the one day biya ama 1 year. And now oba Daniel 4:25 no so a. Say o yusu a time biya a 1 literal year. It is a time biya 1 year dear. And another 3.5 years now. You won't necessarily to me who the number of days are a womb. It is a bosome ba kubia bema 30 days dia. Ena na afimuni nyina yebenya 360 days in every year. Eti calendar noa ancient biblical calendar na yisuya ye no. The month of April the beginning of the year no. Well say month ni bi 31 days, ibi 30 days. Roma hini no no mosisa no ye ne saa. But bosumi bia ewomu 30 days. O de check Bible no from Genesis to Revelation. Bible no did never exceeded 30 days in a month in all the months of the year. What Bible no from Abib or Nisan to Adano. There is not a single one what 31 days. Ninyina 30 days. Eti afimu ninyina no Nyankopon nim se ewomu 360 days. The ma 31st ne bae no enipa bebre antena se ahwehwem anhu se obonefo no a obowura saa ahini ni mu edi ade ewiase nyina so no ene ye ne saa na nya wokora ne hiame ye pese ye confirm 1260 years no a de persecute ahotefo no it is here no 3.5 years no the number of days are a womb 1260 days. Okay, and the Bible also say obema no kwan amana persecute eye nyame akronkron for no for 1260 years. The question is, how do we get the 1260 years? The answer is simple. Enkom semuno daba kubia 1 year. Ezekiel 4:6, Numbers 14:34 will confirm this. The total of 1260 days na yenyano. Se afibia no 1 day bia 1 year in prophecy. Enya na 1260 days no is equal to 1260 years. Bebato minim se ubia tiasia. 1260 years na Bible no record ye no. This is how it came about. Let's read Revelation 11 verse 3. Revelation 11 verse 3 and then 12 verse 6. Na yemfa and confirm the number of days we calculated for. Revelation chapter number 11 verse number 3. Or say na mema madansifo benu efrifra eyituma abeka edisem enna apem ahenu ediusia. Enna apem ahenu ediusia. It was talking about the two witnesses. One babeka madansifo benu fra eyituma babeka edisem enna apem 1260 days. So you ask yourself, how did they come by the 1260 days? And they calculate you say, Bosumi biano, a womb and na eduasa. So what you say? It is a mumubi ebe stedia. se mumu bi ebe study a full moon no se bosome no eye full, that means esa eba na yese bosome fufrase a new moon and full moon bosome no ewie peye anase eye ma se obe study yen calendar na ye wo no a eto de bia somewhere in the middle of the month na yen ye wo no na bosome no aye full ewo wiem. Eti you ask yourself, se bosome ni ye full dia na che se bosome no aso asi. Eti ya denji na aye full obra yen so ye wo half of the month. Because to the bia memfa ni say ye wo July mu yi. Se ene eye 20th July a ana ene ye 23rd July. Ubetu ye se bosome na ye full. Eti the full moon no so suggest to you say ya ba bosome na wiye. But ube full moon no, now you are somewhere in the middle of the month or you are getting closer to the end of the month. Now botumi na woman swing. Wonim die ntia because calendar ne timings na ye use to calculation na ye use no. Eni nyame sisiye no emfa. Eti se utie me ene de ya. Wa wo ye die mu no mo a ye si ye wo mo ye friend saying 31st December ne 31st July, moi ye wo 31st calendar de na munue. Because I wonder how you are going to shift. You are going to shift your date of birth. Ubeka one every so na wakọ peke. That just say your friend wadwa na 31st a. O shift ya ba 30th a. Adwa na be free so na akọ ye da foforo no no. Wow, confusion na ababesi enipa mu no. Na ewunteseme wo mu ni say Sanya ma we nyina edi nya huhumu. Eti yen Bible calculations na yenya no right no. Ama most of us ya brabo no, it is not in sync with the plan of God for our lives. Eti April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Ye deko see ye friend is say calendar no yesuya last Monday no. Each of the month no 30 days ni womb. It is always how the Bible arrived at the 1260 days. The 42 months is what gives us the 1260 days, which each month having 30 days in it. Yankai the last scripture, Revelation 12 verse 6. Revelation 12 verse 6. Na obanu dwaneko esere so de onyankopon asiesi baby amano se wonhwe no wo ho enapem ahanu aduosia. And all of this persecution is talking about one power, and that is the beast or the kingdom that massacred or persecuted the children of God. Afei ahanom na metwe wadwen edidie nti ayeye sa calculation we. Se new world order no womunya ekasi ni se wom obi anti sa asem we yi ebia ebedru oni emu bi yewu eko na me ka se ne be ya womo a etiase by that time no ombinya sa tape we ana same we etie no womo bechi enkomo na se emre na edi yanim eba no Nyankopon ebe ma sa aboa we eye Roman ahini no, the papal Rome, whose leader is both a political and religious one, known as the Vicar of the Son of God, Vicarious Filii, and with the card name or title as Pope. Se womunya resume the agenda of the new world order. By that time na Nyankopon esili ne mawi. Eti obia oye caught up in the mark of the beast, which is of course the doctrines of this particular religion. No. Onipa bia when receive the seal of God no. Otaye kesiye ebeba sasi su biu. Na eba belaste for as long as 1,260 years. Prophecy is coming to repeat itself. Sabreno na nyame sili ne mawie dida. And during this time they are going to persecute not the sinners, but those who have consecrated themselves and set themselves apart for God. Woman asa otaye no ebeba won so me di nru ho na mewuko dida nti me no sa time na me makwa kwaji mamada da ye kura me so kura no na meduru akiri so what nkomo na say but for the sake of more mususa na ebia by then na modaso etiase na sa adewe ebetomo no munye ready, because when you are sealed by God now tiasase su na wunwu ya through this period ena ye beta wakum na ne yedi nyame ma befemu no enuanom enyasem ketewa eti obi a wo tie me no emmo sa date we sa number we years we ento ho. So share time wa after the death of Christ the Roman Empire no etata Christo asafo no a way back from 476 AD to somewhere 1798 no a there was a lot of years. Therefore 476 to your friend is saying 1798, over 1,000 years. They are going to repeat the same thing under the Papal Rome, the leadership of the Pope. And that is what the world must be ready for. Uchumutai ebeba. 31st Noah ababe se calendar year nimu. A ubia edi no. Enipa bebre na se afine beko ne wi ya na omayida anajo baako ediesi o crossover sit over down catch ne keka ho ni nyina no enye nyame hyehyeye na se ne be ya obeti ase ni ntino masede yi 31st no dia to ho nyame ya domo a ochina yebeka ho asem sabri uwo question bisa fiti Revelation 13, Daniel 2, 5, 7, 8, and then Revelation 13. Question be a chill what me be ano. Me pato, you are free to ask now. Opa obe to me afre through the WhatsApp number or regular line, and then ask your question for us to answer for you. Ebusuafo so question a busa na yenyi anoma baby a yesua ade adu no question bi a ewo a chiro so na ope anomwaye no obetumi ebusa na yeyi ano e de amawo. So question be any odia na yede enwumre addition no ebesi esan said the whole of today no I have really engaged the line from 4 p.m. at the Babisi. I will have to bring the lesson to Mami Verebusa said, does this affect the days we were born? Yes, of course. It really affects the days we were born. For those of you who are Modianisi 31st, ABI July 31, 31st December 31st, nye biblical, any eradiasimu, and it really affects your life. It's like you live in a false identity. This Satan, you're very stupid. But any part is saying no mean a man who going to be used by the enemy. But the good thing is, we now know, so we can do something about it. And teachings of that nature, no mean to me from me to Facebook and YouTube, me the Beba Telegram. Because and Sembio are meant for those who are heavenly minded. Say question be any odia omumu ba conference WhatsApp line so no mompa e mayempon. Nyambo a ochina. You will heavy load of addition ye beye. Aya utimi nyemo Satan da wo Jaimu midia bema Mami Eva Ebusa say, is there any ways we can live by the biblical calendar? The answer is yes. Yes, you can. We can. And we should. Anytime be a world, recorded a certain date, Personally, I don't actually. I just use the dating for the purposes of a reason or say oko banker, oko ye transaction. Dana woko according to the system of the world, ubebo mu date. And any activity be a require official dating, To say uko school assessment near the idea na womu di date, we are see the eno na ye. But sebano. Your walk with God, Noah. You must have knowledge of Nyame calendar, no. The way you see, for instance, now we all know. Say, according to the word of God, no, we are in the 4th month of the year 2020, which is July. But according to the civilized calendar, no, you were the 7th month. Any spiritual exercise I say me and I say anamombi esese me too na ewo any spiritual connection no so because me use the civilized calendar no it will not be in alignment with God. All the time no I need to go before the Lord and seek wisdom or knowledge or direction for any adie bia me pese me ye wasasi so what you say Enti se wo bisa this question no answer no dibre, but the answer is yes. We cannot expect the entire world to say so for Bernard chere no. I know it won't work. But as an individual, no, we must learn to walk and work with God's calendar. So what in common I say? When people are closing the year, the financial year, and they are considering say December ba afina konewi ye afisiapa and all that, I look at them, and if you check those of you that send messages to me, Happy New Year, Happy New Month, and all that, I just look at it and I pass. Or the reason being that is we are not even aware. Okay, Happy New Month, you know. Ebi krana fina bosomene krana shasiye. So what you see? It no full moon no beto wa me minimse bosomene abane wiye. It yenye calendar 15 for now say a day na maybe no. Enye no na me yisu. Full moon ni ba minimse bosomene abane wiye. Eye echemse pe minimse ya pemu pepepe. And a pemu pepepe biya eye on the 15th of that month. Because we have 30 days in the month. Enti mamiva ye ebusuane die on the Telegram platform no, we read this, and the one which is meant for public consumption now. Yabeba beye arithmetical calculations with our date of birth, with our yabeye destiny and our faith. We will do a lot of studies on the Telegram platform. Etimo mon time chuku. Why? There is no cause for alarm. But the most important thing of all this, they say, as we discover, as we learn, we will walk in the wisdom of God and do the will of God, so we do not miss his kingdom. That is the most important thing. Pacho obi wo question fufura omisana yemfa adisuano emre na we nyame yadomu a ochina adisuano we are a little bit loaded. Enti so wo question fabra na yenya no sene be ya yebetumi akọ entem. RY, the rapture will happen after the 1260 years. Why? And of course, I'll do teachings on the differences of the moon.
nyibingo eni ya wurusi ya mama ni ebingo na wuntu binkunti ya ni onyamiaka wakano ba nebebem midi ewo ye mikesia eni pentu mi nye mekumebi ena se wo ye mepemponsua ni pentu mi nye makwa oye mi wadi fonsua ni ye mesambia ye shiro ena se wo pirami shiro bansua achinu mi bi yanka mi dinimu Tresa sana mi nyami bomi obi yankuni na duma chedio na mi dia wo bomi juntuni munyami na menyani osuma mi na jimo na wanya di mi nkwa afa mi die kojo mi na die majumado na wuntu mi nkunti ya ni onyamiaka wakano ba na bebem chinyami kwa no betimi chinyami o itamfo die wo chinyene ni abetimi chinyami kwa no tutodo watimi die ni ofebia chinyami kwa no betimi itamfo die wo chinyene ni abetimi chinyami kwa no tutodo watimi die ni ofebia.
Okay, will you know if you have the seal of God? Yes, you will know. And we will be talking about it in the subsequent lesson. Because the seal of God and the mark of the beast are two opposite things. So it is in the pipeline. We'll be teaching on it in depth. Last year, I found 5 days of full moon. What did it mean? Can you clarify the question for me, RY? I don't understand what you mean by you found 5 days of full moon. Make it clear for me to answer your question, please.
Esa wobekwetia Petro Yohane Abra oye nyonsuma wele juma aden wamani yelese again amrante yayo aden wamani yelese wabodim bidim biasa yarwa inti wamani etia weni ai yebekuwon yebeji won kire for you won sem yebeya wona ya de bebre isani yebeya omodin na won fedin no sign yarwa.
RY, you know, I want you to help me with this. If you found 5 days, that means the full moon were consecutively one day after the other. I want you, that particular period or that particular month, I want you to send me that information on WhatsApp or Telegram. I want to cross-check because I still don't get the question. If you're saying that it was consecutive, it be a full moon by for 5 days continuous, I want to get that particular month. There has to be an explanation for what you saw because it doesn't happen that way. If you can go and cross-check with your months in last year, which particular month that thing happened, na afi ebebuame amamo to me actually. Some of them you cannot just come by it by the word. Okay, she's calling. Hello.
Heaven.
Our home.
Okay, Father. Thank you very much for the teachings. Basically, last year I went to Italy, and I got like on 5 consecutively nights full moon, and I was surprised. I was really shocked to find.
In which month was that?
Last year, it was, I went, I think October.
Last year, October.
That period. Yeah, September, October, that period. I
okay.
went.
What was really happens?
I even took a picture.
What really happens is sometimes the moon may not be full. The moon may not be full. But when you are observing it from the earth, you might think it's full.
Mm-hmm.
So you will have to take a very closer look. Because many a time I was fooled that the moon was full. But later when I went and checked, it wasn't full. I told the Biana Kakitwe be ansana a full moon. And if you don't observe it closely, because the highest number of days are a bed last 3 consecutive days, never 5.
I believe in me. I was shocked myself. I'm like, so it's like every night I'll see this full moon out of the window, and I'll be like, wow. And then the next night also the same thing. And I'm like, so I counted it. I think whether I don't want to be wrong. But I'm sure for four, I'm sure 4 nights. Maybe not 5, but I'm sure 4 nights there was a full moon.
Okay, there can be other possible interpretations. One, you see, the I don't know which stage in Italy you went, but some of these things I may have to discuss with you offline, so we do not
okay,
because
yeah,
every country is positioned on a certain latitude, longitude, right?
yes,
And
yeah, sure,
that brings about the change in time zones that we have. When it is afternoon here, it is night, it is dusk, all over the world. So those positions or geographic settlement of the countries can also serve as a contributing factor. And since I am not used to the Italian system, but used to my own country system, I may not be able to validate what you're saying right now until I have done my own research to find all the necessary information regarding what you're saying.
All right, I'll get that date, because that night when I got to Verona, it's in the north of Italy, Verona.
Okay,
when
so
I got there, I took a picture on that first night.
Very good. Which means that if you took a picture and your phone location is always open, we will be able to get the right longitude and latitude for from where at least you took the picture. All right. I don't know, for some people they don't open their phone location so they can be tracked, but I know over there in Europe the GPS is what mostly we use for directions, so therefore mostly the phone location is open. And let's talk offline, all right, and then get the facts of this matter. And God bless you so much.
That's fine. Because according to your teachings, then that means we have had 5 new months on a roll. Yeah. Yeah, according to the teachings, yeah. So if we have 3 full moon or 4 full moon, means that the months have gone to an end. So it's like one day after the other. You have 1 month after the other. It's like, come on. Like,
you see, this is the whole thing. As soon as the moon is full, is complete, okay, it means that the current month under review has ended.
Is ended.
Yes. Yeah. And then it begins to reduce little by little to tell you that you have started eating into a new month. So if you are not careful, on the exact day, which is the full moon, this is the difference. The very day that the month is really full, you will see the size of the moon bigger than usual.
Bigger than usual.
Yes.
Okay.
You see the size of the moon every exact full moon day. You will see the size of the moon bigger than its usual. As soon as you see that, you are informed that is an exact full moon day. And the next morning or the next night, you will not see it as big as it appeared the previous night. So you may have.
Can it be also very bright? Like, even if it is also very bright, is that an indication of it?
No, its brightness, the illumination in there, as long as it derives its energy, sunlight, its energy from the sunlight, its brightness, unless probably there are clouds in the sky. You know, when you have clouds in the sky, it will obstruct its illumination. Yeah, it's a bit dim. Apart from that, we should experience the normal brightness, or except it is a super moon or a blue moon.
Okay.
You know, the super moon or blue moon is when you have the moon, the full moon appearing twice in a particular month. There is an explanation for that. The second appearance, for instance, we are in July. So if we experience the full moon in some way on the 1st of July, and then we experience another full moon on the 31st of July, according to this particular calendar, the civilized calendar we are using, then the second full moon in the same month becomes the super moon or blue moon. It doesn't happen. It does happen like 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. You know, that's why we call it once in a blue moon. That statement, once in a blue moon.
Okay.
That's where it comes from.
Blue moon. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sometimes we may have to consider all of these things, you know, and non the timelines, how the world is moving, how events are going to happen. And that's why scientists are able to study those things and tell us it will rain tomorrow, it will shine today, it will happen like this, because they are the timelines of God.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's clear. All right, if I get the picture, I'll send it to you maybe tomorrow, and then we can have a chat when I'm free. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Bless you too.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Please, can you explain about the microchip? Is it the same as 666? The microchip, people are calling it to be 666 and all that. 666 is not the microchip. I know the technology and its advancement, and it has nothing to do with the 666. The 666 is a prophecy, and that prophecy has its own deciphering to be done, and we are yet to do the mark of the beast. Mark of the beast, we are here to explain what it is. And I've already given you a hint. Say, the mark of the beast, which is a prophetic. Now, say chirimua, the doctrines or the activities or the norms or traditions that come out of this particular regime or power. Every particular power we mu aba na enipa nyina ediso and the year 666 and a mark of the beast enchirase it be any Christmas, it be any Valentine, it be any bobo so no, but we will do a comprehensive study so you understand the mark of the beast and the image of the beast. God bless you. All right. Obakon friend no mompaye na yemfa adesua no mra na wiye. Mami Eva ewo a omomodia emfre na metene ne voice nso achepa. I miss her voice. Eji Mami Eva amua se ochimenka omodia efre na abompaye emaye.
Ubetimini nyamia diesie ni China. Wuntumi ntaki nyamia kabale bebem. Chinyami kwano betumi. Chinyami itafuye wuntumi ntaki. Chinyami kwano betumi. Chinyami nade usu chinyami kwano betumi. Chinyami itafuye wuntumi. Chinyami kwano betumi. Chinyami
say Auntie Eva HMia say me transfer over friend na ya bompaye. Why? So no sooner what dia edu grace, but more than your friend na ya bompaye my niempong. Hello.
Oh, hello, Papa. Heaven.
Our home. Then boom to say you. The voice yache papa.
Papa, me say me fro pa auntie. Me fro.
All right.
Mama me ni busa ho bia ho ye de.
Awurade adom ye nyina ye ho ye pa. All right, bompa ye my na yen sorry dwumadi ni so nwumri.
Pacho yo. Pacho me bompa. Awurade da wase. Sende so wonam wakwa so. Abacheche yen we hintasem. Nsume masema papa sanye waduma ka yen numi din ka yen ti aseda. Nanso wonam honhom kronkron so abacheche yen. Emma ya ti ase. Kakra ya ti ase ba. Ni stress nipa yeshemu wa ha na won a wo ba beti ni tre. Ma honhom no enka semfa wo mo honhom ntin mbubu wa akoma embu wa adwemu. Na omu ti a papa omu ati ase na ama yeni ada ho wo bra ekwewi yeni ada ho ewo wasem no ho yeni ada ho ewo wiase etumfo a wo oman map wo so wo mu di eman so papa sanye waduma nka yenu bidin ka yayira ne da wase se wonam papa so abechechche yen ne stress kosua ma won gusra no nyekese ewo ne so na mbri biara ibehye biara wonam wadum no so akasa fa ne mu achre yen ma yen so kronkona ayedwuma ayeyen mu edwuma na esiesie yen ama won ba ediewie umbe mu no ba papa yen so yen won chen tenabia ye do wase anadwi word by Jesus Christ dim wadumenti amen.
Ajidifu nyina nka amen kesiye pa. All right, Auntie Eva, nyame shirawo. Yabesa kasa.
Papa, pache yo. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, yedi dwumadi no aba na wie. Nyame yadoma ochena same time 9 p.m. I'll come your way with a continuity of our lessons. The Lord bless you, keep you safe until we meet again tomorrow. Shalom.